10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, I got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill.
Yeah.
At the end of the drill,
Excited.
Beef, what are we handing out?
Ironic that it's Mother's Day because it's the mother of all prize packs, Dan. We're hooking the Googans up. First and foremost, they'll get selections from our Mother's Day gift guide. That'll include $25 to Woody's Barbecue, $25 to Edwin Watts Golf Shops, a Peterbrook Chocolatier gift basket. You can find all those and other great gift ideas in the Mother's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com. On top of that,
Yes.
they will also get $25 to Famous Quick Lube. You can use that towards an oil change or other services. And head out tomorrow, mañana, the grand opening of the Famous Quick Lube on Townsend and Merrill. Rub elbows with the XL Primetime gang. And if you're lucky enough, get your hands on one of those Trevor Town headbands.
Okay, I like it.
They are hot.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
I sported mine yesterday.
I didn't see it.
I was dripping sweat. It was when I was home. I was riding my bike.
You went bike riding?
Well, the exercise bike.
Oh.
I got one of those Pelotons, Dan.
Yes.
One of those people. I joined a cult.
Oh, my gosh. Look at you.
I was
How's
just
that?
dripping sweat.
How's that working for you?
It's great. I love it.
Good.
And I was just dripping sweat, but it was all soaked up by my Trevor Town headband.
Very nice. All right, so I hate to pile on, but here I must. I mean, again, you had mentioned, we talked a little bit about the umpiring, but there's one really bad umpire in baseball that everybody knows his name.
Cowboy Joe.
No, it's not Cowboy Joe. It's Angel. Angel is, and you said 2 days ago he basically admitted he guessed on a pitch or something?
He had not a pitch. He said he guessed
Fly ball?
on a fly ball that he lost in the light.
Uh-huh.
And he said the quote is that he, quote, basically guessed on a controversial call in the Cleveland-Kansas City game.
Well, unfortunately, the next day, he must have been the third base umpire because the next day he's behind home plate. That's last night. So Angel behind home plate, and that can only lead to trouble, and it did for Mike Matheny, Cal Eldred, and former Gator Brady Singer, who all were ejected by Angel Hernandez in the sixth inning of a game they lost to the Indians. Eldred and Matheny were both ejected after Singer was called for a balk with one out in the sixth. One batter later, when Royals bench coach and acting manager Pedro Grifol left the dugout to remove Singer, the pitcher was ejected because on his way out, he started screaming at Hernandez. Now, Brady's got a little bit of hothead in him, so I like that. But what happened was that the Royals blew a lead. They were up 4-0, and there are two things. First, the ball Singer thought hit the bat. They said hit the batter, and they reviewed it. And then two batters later, he got called for a balk, and the coaching staff exploded. So, anyway, it's just there's always something around this guy is all I'm saying. Always something. And there was, again, last night is Angel Hernandez ejects three guys, and they all go out.
So Tuesday night, what happened was it was KC Cleveland, like you said.
Yeah.
So you had Whit Merrifield on third, Andrew Benintendi on second for the Royals.
Okay.
Sally Perez hits a fly ball to like the gap and right. Benintendi was thrown off by the call as Hernandez signaled that the ball was caught. So he reversed back to second, but the ball was not caught. So then Benintendi got caught between second and third, and despite being tagged out, was awarded third. It was a very bizarre situation. And Hernandez said, quote, "The harder I looked, the less I could see, so I was trying to read the players to see what they did with the ball. I had to come out with the call. I basically guessed on the wrong call."
Yeah. That's a bad guess.
You can't guess.
Not supposed to guess. But anyway, guess he did. You did some yeoman's work for me.
Thank you, Dan. Grinded on it.
So I want to have the payoff here to a point. I can't give you the entire payoff because I don't know. I'm not going to make you now go back and do the last 10 years because that may take hours and cost lives, quite frankly.
Yes, sir.
But you actually you couldn't find how many shutouts there had been this year. Like, no one has done the story yet. Somebody will, by the way. Mark my words on the shutouts in baseball because, again, I will maintain that I have seen a bevy of shutouts this year, more than any year that I can remember. All right?
Right.
And so what you did is you couldn't find it, so you said, the heck with it, I'll just add them all up.
I went, yeah. I could find, I could get info on like single player shutouts, but as far as like the league, it's a real pain in the neck. But this year there has been 78 shutouts, Dan.
Uh-huh.
The MLB season started on April 1st.
That's interesting because earlier you told me there were 85.
No, I never said 85.
I believe you said 85.
I did not because it's an odd number in my numbers I tabbed up.
Okay.
78.
78. I swear you said 85.
The 3 slash marks that
Yeah.
are left hanging. I got a hanging chat.
Okay. All right. So anyway,
78.
78 shutouts.
78 shutouts across
And
Major League Baseball this year.
Each team has played basically 30 games so far, is my guess. So, right? Are you 15 and 16?
Yeah, roughly. 31, 32 games, more or less, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be, help me here, 30 teams, 30 games. Is that 900 games? Is that the right math?
Sounds that way? I'm bad at math. Prosser's our math guy. We know this. When Prosser's not here, we have a gaping hole in our swing.
We shouldn't do it.
And it's quick math.
We shouldn't do
We're
it.
not math guys.
Well, 30 times
frankly
30, but I'm
idiots.
trying to think, if every team has played 30 games, but you've played, so, I don't want to do this. I'm going to sound like an idiot. Never mind. But anyway, there's been a lot of shutouts, and I bet if you looked up the previous years, there's no way there's been 78 in 2000, whatever, 19, 18, 17. I think that's a lot of shutouts this year. It's become such a game of home runs, strikeouts, and walks.
It's so all or nothing now. It's so all or nothing.
Yep.
And that's what killed me. This is what we went back to. You and I sort of came together, and we had a moment of unity and bonding.
Yes.
As frustrated fans, as we both expressed our frustration over having teams that had their hitting approach coached by Chili Davis because
Yes.
he does not preach that.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Neither of us have Chili Davis now. NBA last night, the Knicks scored 12 in the first quarter. That was about that. They fell down 22 and never quite able to come back against the Nuggets. But as we head down the home stretch here, and we are coming down the home stretch, there's like 5 games left in the regular season.
Yeah, it's winding down, man. We're almost done.
It's go time.
The play-in festivities are the 18th through the 20th, and then the playoffs start on the 21st, Dan.
Yeah, that's the week after next.
So, I mean, we are coming down to it.
Yeah.
There's not much wiggle room for these teams trying to jockey for position.
So it looks like the Sixers are going to be the 1 seed in the East. Too close to call in the West. Utah and Phoenix, one of them will be it. And,
and I feel like at this point, the 10-participant field in the East is pretty well locked.
Yes.
I mean, you got a 3-game margin between 10 and 11. It ain't happening.
And it probably, the Celtics or the Heat are both
might shuffle in or out.
Shuffle in and out to the 7th spot. But other than that, Charlotte, Indiana, and Washington look like they're going to be the...
But the 10 participants are set.
Yes.
Toronto and Chicago are not 3 and 3.5 games back, respectively. They're not slipping into the 10. It ain't happening.
So the Sixers, the Nets, and the Bucks, you'd feel pretty confident about one of those 3 teams going to the finals. And the West is kind of weird, man, because of the Lakers. Will they be healthy? How will they be? Can AD stay on the floor? Or is it finally, are we going to see could we see a Jazz Sixers NBA Finals?
Wouldn't that just be so weird?
It'd be very weird.
And by the way, because we keep having to discuss this, so for the people listening at home, the 7-10 playoff format.
Don't do it.
7 plays 8.
Please don't do it.
The winner is 7.
Okay.
The loser plays the winner of 9-10, and the winner of that is 8.
Okay.
The end.
Those are 1 games. 7 plays 8, 1 game.
7-play game, 1 game.
Winner
the winner
is 7.
the 7th seed.
All right.
9 plays 10, 1 game.
Winner moves
the winner
on.
Plays the loser of 7-8.
Okay.
And the winner of that
Fair enough.
is 8. So the 9-10 winner has to win 2 games to reach the actual playoff field.
I honestly believe that this was set up for Zion.
100%, and they're close.
They've gotten closer because the Spurs are free falling.
They're a game and a half out.
The Spurs have lost 5 straight.
It's so close.
And now the Pelicans are saying, hey, wait a minute.
I mean, the Pels got a shot.
Yeah.
but not a lot of a shot, but they got a little bit of a shot. The Pels have 6 games left.
Yeah.
It starts Friday.
Yeah.
But it's tough because 5 of those are on the road, Dan.
Nah, they're done.
They're at Philly, at Charlotte, at Memphis, at Dallas, at Golden State, and home for the Lakers.
Fan Appreciation Day.
And the Spurs are at Sacto.
We're really breaking this down.
Portland, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, at the Knicks.
It's happening.
Dan, you have a chance to play spoiler against the Spurs.
We're really breaking it down right now.
Sorry. That's what we do here.
I love it.
We're fans.
Yeah.
I love the league. I've got the ticket.
All right, a couple other news and notes. Thank you, friend. Here are the 10-minute drill.
Basketball.
Gimme.
Give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
Woo!
Guys, can we try that maybe, I don't know, without the lyrics?
Sounds terrible.
TJ Finley, if you know that name, LSU quarterback, started some games last year, but he's buried on the depth chart, so he's out. He gone. He's going to transfer. And the reason is because they got Miles Brennan back, and they've got Max Johnson, and both of those guys are ahead of TJ Finley. So TJ Finley, one of those deals where he probably started too quickly and wasn't quite ready, and so now he's going to head out into the portal. Brennan opened the season as a starter. He got hurt. Finley threw for 941 and 5 touchdowns and 5 picks. They went 2-3, and then Max Johnson came in and engineered upset over Florida and beat Ole Miss. So, yeah, that's easy. Jimbo Fisher in the news a little bit as he has some fun.
I thought Jimbo wrote a check that his rear end and his team may not be able to cash.
I did hear this yesterday, though, which I thought was interesting. Jimbo Fisher's a good recruiter, right? I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
One of the scouts was breaking down the 2022s, the mocks.
Yeah.
And he said, I got like 7 Texas A&M Aggies in the top 50.
So that's an indictment on the coaching.
So we're going to be going to College Station a lot. Well, anyway, listen, first off, if you're at the Houston Touchdown Club, you are going to stir it. If you're at
you got to say something.
Spurdog used to do this all the time.
Yeah, you got to say something.
Yeah, you got to get the boys fired up.
You got to say something. You got to put it out there.
No question.
And he put it
no
out
question.
there.
So anyway.
Did you read? Can we read the quote?
Yeah, go ahead. You read it.
It's a little, it's mildly 9 o'clock nasty. But,
yeah.
So Jimbo Fisher, like you said, speaking to the club, the Houston club, said, quote, "We're going to beat his ass when he's there. Don't worry."
Yeah.
That was in reference to Nick Saban and the Tide.
Yeah. Because he was asked, what would it take to beat Alabama other than the retirement of the 69-year-old Saban? And so, and by the way, Fisher said it laughingly. It's no big deal. He went on to say how much he respects Saban. He worked for him at LSU from 2000 to 04. Saban won his first natty in 04, 6 more at Alabama, the most all time. So the Aggies are 0-3 since Fisher arrived at A&M. Isn't it amazing that Jimbo Fisher's been gone from FSU for that long?
It's wild.
I mean, it
does not feel like it's been that long.
He's had 3 shots at Alabama, and in 3 shots they've been outscored 144-75, including 52-24 last year. Texas A&M, though, was 9-1 last season and number 4 in the college football playoff rankings.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah.
But you could be a good team, and Alabama's another tier.
Yeah. They, when do they play Alabama, Beef? Do they get them early?
Let's find out.
Or do they get them? I'm telling you, though, I don't know who their quarterback is going to be, but Texas A&M apparently is loaded with talent. They have some guys who are like first-round picks, and like I said, I think the guy said 7 of the top 50 were Texas A&M Aggies. So it's a chock full of talented team, but yeah, it's on Jimbo Fisher to find a way to win.
Midseason, 9 in College Station.
October 9th?
October 9th, College Station.
All right.
Aggies and Tide. Don't forget the Tide opens with Miami, with the U.
Yeah, well, Mark Schlabach did his
Schlabach
did his college football post-spring top 25 power rankings. He had Oklahoma as the 1. So
sure.
And he dropped Alabama all the way down to number 2.
That's cute.
It's amazing, man. I mean, it is such a dynasty. If this kid Bryce Young rolls in there and they win another one, it's just what they do. As Georgia at 3, though, again, a big year for Georgia too. 41 years, the national championship drought. Is it now or never? Can they rebuild the back end of their stingy defense? We know that their cornerbacks were drafted, right? I mean, one went to Jacksonville, one went to Green Bay in the top 33 picks. They do have a quarterback, JT Daniels. Completed 67% of his passes, 10 touchdowns and 2 picks in his last 4 games. Won't have George Pickens, but we'll have a bunch of other guys to throw to. Clemson all the way down at number 4. They have fallen terribly. DJ Ugalele will be the new quarterback there.
I mean, fast forward to January, and it's going to be Bama and Ohio State.
Clemson has two quarterbacks, by the way, that neither guy can say that DJ Ugalele and their sophomore guy, Tyson Fomachanch, that's wrong, tore his Achilles during the spring game. So they've got to find a backup, and they say quarterback signees Bubba Chandler and Will Taylor consider potential first-round picks in June's MLB draft. So they may not have a backup unless maybe they'll get that TJ Finley kid from LSU. Yeah.
Why not?
We'll do a little bit more of that later. The Gators have landed way down. When I say way down, 17th. Come on, Schlebach. Let's do caller number 2, Beef. Tell them what they're going to win.
Caller number 2 right now going to take home a lovely prize pack that will feature $25 to Famous Auto and Quick Lube to use towards oil changes, other services. Also get some selections from the Mother's Day gift guide, $25 to Woody's Barbecue, $25 to Edward & Watts, and a gift basket for Peterbrook Chocolate Syrup. Find those and other great gift ideas in the Mother's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com. Doc Murphy coming up next.